Hi everyone, this is the third lesson of our PENPOT course. In today's lesson, we will focus on typography and how to evaluate design choices within the color section. In this video, we'll start practicing by creating what could be a menu bar for a website. First of all, let's begin by creating a frame. We can select some preset formats. I am choosing, for example, the web format in here. I'm just clicking in my artboard and my frame is created. Now, first of all, we can start using the text tool. This allows us to insert specific text elements inside rectangles. There's this small indicator in here suggesting that we can type any text inside it, which will take on font size shown here on the right. And we can change its size here on the right. For example, I can start typing a word. If I want to make it bigger, I'm selecting the entire word and I'm choosing one of these values. In here, I can insert my specific font size by just digiting a value like this. After that, for this text element, I can also modify its alignment inside the rectangle. For example, I can align it to the left, like in this case, or at the center, or align it to the right. There's also the justified alignment, which is useful in paragraphs where we want to avoid uneven line breaks. Okay, now we can choose whether to make the letters uppercase by pressing this button. We can choose also to capitalize only the initials. For example, in a paragraph where we want each word to start with a capital letter, or we can set everything in lowercase. By pressing again, we are back to the original version. Here you can adjust the font weight. By going upper, the text will appear lighter and less visible. As you increase this value, you are going to make the text becoming bolder. If you select the italic option, the text will be slanted. So you can choose your preferred style. In this case, I'm just leaving a 400 normal font style. Now let's see how we can access a variety of fonts that suit our needs. For example, in the case of a website, we could need a sans serif font that is highly readable by just typing something like sans. We will get a list of fonts with these properties. In this case, maybe I am just choosing, for example, this IBM Plex Sans. At this point, we can copy and paste our first text element using Ctrl or Command C and Ctrl or Command V. However, there is a faster method. I am deleting this element with backspace. Then I am firstly selecting the element I want to copy by holding Option or Alt. I am using my mouse and it will just copy my elements like this. if I'm holding Shift while copying this element, I am ensuring that the duplicated element stays aligned either horizontally or vertically. These guidelines show that the element will be placed in an orthogonal position relative to the original. At this point, you can choose the most suitable position for these elements. Again, you can help yourself by using these pin guides appearing in your output. I can type something different inside these elements. For example, um, you can think of some voices you could see in a menu bar or some websites you are searching online every day. Okay, now let's create the rectangle that will represent the area where all the menu items will be placed. And here we can introduce layers in the left panel. Layers allows us to define the relative position of the elements within the artwork, so each one can appear above or below the others. For example, if I move this rectangle like this, it appears being above all the other elements because it is the first element you can see in this list. But if I move it below, I am ensuring this rectangle will make all the other elements be shown in my artboard. In this layers panel, we can also have two additional options. The eye icon, which lets us show or hide an element. And there's the lock icon, which allows us to lock an element in place. This means that if I move these elements, it will not be modified anyway. It will be really helpful where, for example, I want to change the position of a particular element. By doing this, I am not changing, for example, the position of this rectangle. We can also lock the entire board. By doing this, all the elements inside will become uneditable. I'll unlock everything in order to continue working. We will focus on modifying the rectangle we just created. So let's lock all these texts. So we could start by changing this rectangle fill. I want to give it a brighter color, maybe. I could choose something around this yellow. I can lower its transparency like this. Oh. Feel free to try the color you prefer. I am just experimenting with you. Once created the color for your field, you could just, for example, lock even this rectangle. And I was thinking about creating a button for the sign up text, because sometimes I think you notice in some websites the sign up always is more evident than the others. So I'm gonna create another rectangle with this tool, making sure it will be visible. I'm putting the rectangle under the sign up text, making sure it is centered. For now, all these changes are done like only with our site, but PENPOT will give you many tips and guides in order to make sure elements are aligned perfectly. All the elements are aligned in a perfect way, but we will see all those tips along with more videos in this course. For now, for example, we will be up to just putting this text right here. Next thing I'm gonna do is rounding these angles. I'm typing, for example, 30. Let me see what happens. If I like it, now I could also change these text colors. I want to give it a white feel. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is introducing the gradient. As I told you, in this section, you have the possibility to give your button a different kind of color. And by clicking on gradient, this little screen is showing you. And in here, you have the possibility to manage your gradient. For example, you could make it linear or radial. By clicking in reverse, you could change also its orientation. With this plus button, you could add another step to your gradient. And by clicking one by one, you are able to change their colors individually. So for now, I am, for example, giving this button a blue color. While going here, I can see I don't have the exact same color I had there. So I could think about pressing backspace in order to cancel the second color. I am, for example, making this blue a little darker. I am adding another step, so I will make this blue a little less, more transparent. I'm pressing minus, I press plus in order to make sure the very last color has the same gradient of the others. So for this final step, I could think of going even more towards the white. When you're happy about the result, you could go out or even go back in a second moment to change your gradient if you want. So, for example, in this moment, I could think of changing even the other text I have here. All those remaining text and I will make, for example, um, like blue. If I want a specific kind of blue, I could just copy this code I have right here. I press Command or Control C, then I go right here in the field section. I'm texting the exact code with Control Command B, and it will appear the exact same color. Maybe you will not notice because it is really dark, but it is the same blue we have in this gradient. There's another way to change some elements color. For example, I'm creating in this case a rectangle and I wanted to have the same color of the rectangle I have in my menu bar. One thing I'm gonna do is selecting this rectangle and using the eyedropper, I'll make sure this rectangle is gonna take this precise color. And now you can see that's the same color I wanted it to have. So as I showed you, there are two ways to copy and paste a specific color of an element to another. We could think of right now changing a little bit more this border. Maybe I could add a shadow so it will be like more realistic and it pops up in a nicer way. And I think that's all for now. In this lesson, I showed you how to create a really simple bar for a website. In the next lessons, we will have new exercises. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.